Hey everybody, this is Josh and I'm here with coL.Naniwa, who just finished up the MLG Global Invitational. How do you feel right now?
I feel good, I guess.
Yeah?
Doesn't feel so much because the prize pool was so low.
Oh, what was your first place prize?
Like 2,000, I think.
Yeah. And what did you have to do? Let's go all the way back to the European portion of the tournament. What did you have to do just to get to this live event?
I had to beat Jinro, Hepro, Red, Sase, Whitera.
You had to beat all of them.
Yeah.
Just to be able to get here to the live portion where your first round match was against IM.MVP.
Yeah, MVP and then neste.
Yeah, so that's quite a lot of people to defeat for $2,000, but at least you did it, right? So, so your first round match was against IM.MVP. Do you want to walk us through how that series went, basically?
Game 1, I decided that he will look down on me in the first game, so I'll take that to advantage and play really, really greedy. I did, and the game went really easy, in my opinion. I got much better upgrades, much quicker, much better economy, better everything. So from there on it was just play normal and win. Game 2, I fucked up really hard in the beginning. I lost a Zealot for no reason to concussive shell, and then I lost a Stalker even. All because I was looking away and I didn't expect him to move out at all. If that didn't happen, I think game 2 would have been the ender. Because I was very close to breaking him even then. Game 3, he went the other side of Daybreak, where I didn't have the tower, so it ended up in a base race. If that did not happen, he wouldn't have had any chance in the game.
Right.
When I saw the replay, he had +1 and I had 2-2 with charge and Archons. I would have had 3 bases against 2 with no third orbital even started. But I wasn't sure until the end if I was going to win. But in the end, I won, so I just have to take into consideration my mistakes.
Yep. So in that third game, I was watching with Katz and Druby and Scott and Ryan, and we were all, cheering for you. And then we saw basically MVP's entire force moved up into your third while you were down near his third. And what was the sort of thought process? How long did you have to think about it? Do I want to go back and defend, or do I want to go for the throat and try to win?
Well, I already knew by then that if I go back to defend, I will have lost my third base and probably my second base. Then there is no recovery from that. So I looked at his units and saw what upgrades he had. And then I thought, he can't get any ghost if I kill his main base. He can't get anything more of anything. So if it's just these 2 armies, then it's possible to win. I just need to keep his command centers from gaining him more money. So
yeah, you found the command center pretty quickly at the gold base, and you were able to deny it.
I knew that he would either float them around and try to go for a base race, but I also knew that he scouted my Nexus, so he would probably put on his CC and just defend, which would be the best choice for him, I think. I think he did the right thing.
Yeah, it came down to the very last, 5 or 6 Stalkers and Sentries, I think, at the end of that last battle.
Yeah, I had to micro every Archon, so they had literally like 5 shield. And I think if he just targeted them, it could have been a different story, but he didn't, so. Yeah,
it was a really great game. That whole series was quite good. And then, of course, so you won the series 2-1. You said you had made a couple of mistakes on Shattered Temple, and I think like the dropship on Shattered Temple maybe was the hardest part for you when you lost a pylon.
But that shouldn't have ever happened.
Right.
It was all
the early game mistakes.
What do you say? Because the early game went in a certain way, I couldn't take a second gas. I had to make 2 extra gateways to defend. Normally, I would have had 1 more Zealot and 1 more Stalker when he came to attack me, and I would have crushed his force, and then I would have pushed him. And from there on, it would have been a completely different game. Right,
so he had all the momentum because of the very early game.
After that point, I basically had to gamble a bit.
Gotcha. Okay, so then, of course, after you won 2-1, your next opponent was the other best player in the world, some people say, IM.NesTea. Yeah. And how do you feel about your PvZ overall, and what were you thinking going into this series against neste?
PvZ? I've beaten every player, I think, in Korea many times. But it's always like 50-50 against all the players too, so I know I can win against everyone, but I can also lose.
Right.
I think it all depends on how much they let me do of my style. If they let me play my game, I will usually win. If they don't let me play my game, it's much harder. And, well, it was kind of fucked up that they put Terminus as the first map with no rock.
Right.
Because they usually have a rock in every other tournament. And also they had Antigua with gold, Metalopolis with gold. So I had to veto those maps.
Right.
Which made no sense. So the maps were kind of against me, but...
You ended up okay, yeah.
Yeah, in the end, it worked out.
What do you think about neste and specifically? Do you regard him as actually being one of the best players in the world or not?
No. I think there are a lot better Zergs in Korea than neste.
Do you have any names?
Protoss. Yeah, sure. I think Czech is better against Protoss. The hardest ones for me... I have to think a bit. Lucky is the hardest one I've ever met, but Czech is around there too. Dongrigu is very hard, but he's not as good as them, I think. At least against Protoss, and Linux is good. I think they are all better than him.
So you weren't totally terrified or anything. I mean, you've played neste in the past.
Yeah, I played at BlizzCon, and even there I thought that, shit, I fucked up. I should have won this.
I forgot you played him at BlizzCon, yeah. You played Sen and...
Yeah, I played 1-2 against him. And then I did really stupid mistakes even in the games, so I always knew that it was possible.
Right. So this was a little bit of vengeance even from BlizzCon. Even though BlizzCon had a much larger prize pool, you still got to show off a little bit and
yeah,
neste.
But I really wanted to play MVP in the final of BlizzCon. I think it could have ended much differently than it did.
It would have been great. Do you want to walk us through those games against neste? I didn't actually see the first one.
BlizzCon or
just the ones here? In the grand finals.
Game 1 was Terminus. I thought the best way to play would be a Dark Templar strategy. He scouted it right when the Dark Shrine went up. I think maybe it was bad placement of me to put it there, but it also could have turned out in a completely different way. And from there on, as I said before, there was no rocks,
right? So
he was free to take the base. And from there on, even if I didn't do anything, I would have had a much bigger disadvantage.
Right. So not the best map, basically.
I think not the best map for what I wanted to play originally. I should have probably stuck to some really abusive build or something with just very fast 3 bases.
To keep up with them, yeah.
Yeah, probably. Right. But even then, it's super hard against Mutalisk on that map because it's so big.
I agree.
So I didn't want it to come to that point. I was planning to do 8-gate, Archon, all in. But I was going to disregard Burrow first, but then I saw it and I had to react, but it was too late because I invested too much in Dark Templars.
Right.
I think I made like 4 or 5 DTs and they didn't do anything, so from there on it was quite over. So
second game, what map was that? I know Tal'Darim was last.
Tal'Darim was last, Daybreak was first.
Terminus was first.
Right.
So Daybreak was second?
Was it dual site?
Was it dual site? I already forgot.
Dual site was not the map.
No.
He vetoed dual site.
Dual site was the last map against MVP.
Shattered Temple.
Okay, yeah.
Shattered Temple.
Shattered Temple. I remember the game now. Okay.
Yeah, that game. My strategy went okay. I saw that he made spores.
Yeah.
So he was obviously not expecting any form of attack.
Right.
So, well, every game I practiced, I played like 10 games against Czech on Crossfire before my coD match, and I won every game with this build.
Nice. The Void Rays?
Yeah, but except for the fact that Lucky went 6 Zergling, that no other Zerg has ever gone against me. So he killed my Zealot, and from there on I couldn't defend my expansion, which destroyed the entire build. So neste did not do that.
Right.
He let me get my Zealot home. He let me be able to defend. It was just, I expected to win from there.
Great. And then the last game involved a lot of mind games. neste sent a ton of drones.
Yeah, I
at the very beginning. Yeah, he's. I guess Artosis seemed to think that was the plan all along, was to fake you out,
so too.
Just to get you to cancel the Nexus and build the cannons and stuff like that.
Oh, you mean
The very beginning, when he sent drones, your probe saw it, obviously, and you
like
canceled.
that?
Yeah, because you obviously lost minerals from the Nexus cancel. You built 2 more cannons that maybe you wouldn't have built.
He didn't even have expansion.
That's true too, and you blocked it effectively.
I thought that he would do some smart shit with like building a hatchery far away.
Yeah,
and then transferring it. I thought he was that genius, but apparently he's just an idiot. What he did made no sense.
Yeah, it was a little confusing.
Yeah, so I just made 2 cannons and then I had a much better economy. I think it was pretty over from there.
Yep, you eventually massed up and Blink had better upgrades. Everything was on your side.
Yeah, better upgrades. And once he let me see his unit composition, he just had Shirling and Roach, so I could just freely blink up and kill his expansion. So.
Yep. What do you think about, because you upgraded so much in these 2 series against MVP and neste, are you like very thankful for the most recent patch with the cheaper upgrades and stuff like that? Did that influence your play quite a lot, or you've been doing this anyway?
Against Terran, it influenced a lot. Because it was already good with 2 Forge before the patch, but now you can afford much more, like Blink and more Colossus, more Stalkers. Yeah, I think the patch was nice.
Did it help you win today?
Yeah. No, I don't think so.
Okay.
I don't think so.
All right, so Global Invitational, all Naniwa, good job, of course. And then next up for you, what is next? DreamHack in Sweden? No?
Providence tomorrow.
Oh yeah, the actual tournament. Good point. Yeah, so you're seated number 3 or 4?
3.
3. So you only have to win 1 best of 3 to actually be in the money. Yeah. And then only a few more series to win the entire tournament. Total. Yeah. So how do you feel about your chances in the actual tournament here?
I don't know. I think it adds extra pressure, but I'll try not to be concerned about it. I'll just play games, and if I win, I win. Yeah. We'll see.
It's a good way to think about it. And now even 2 of the scariest people in open bracket that could eventually reach you, you've now defeated on main stage. Like, there's no pressure really. Like, you already know that you can defeat them.
I don't think neste will go very far, but MVP will be hard. But I hope I play him again.
Would be cool. All right.
Rather him than MMA.
Really? Yeah. Well, MMA, you're lucky then, because MMA is seated across from you. Like,
Are you sure?
Isn't he? I think he's one of the top 4. So
he is.
It's Idra, Huck, Naniwa, MMA, I think.
Yeah, but doesn't that mean
you could meet him?
Game?
Yeah, you could meet him. I don't know if it's the next one or not. But either way, I mean, yeah, you could face MMA. That is actually likely, because MMA is actually the favorite for a lot of people for the entire tournament.
Yeah, many said so, but I've never seen anything impressive from him against Protoss. So if other Protoss can beat him, so can I.
It's true. And then DreamHack, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I hope I can focus on DreamHack. Just having so much, what's it called?
Distractions, pressure, I don't know.
No, not pressure. When you want to go home.
Oh, homesick?
Homesick,
yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. And so you'll be staying in Sweden a little while after DreamHack?
Yeah, for 1 or 2 weeks. I haven't decided yet.
Okay.
I'm not sure about the tournaments. I don't think there's anything in December.
Yeah, NASL finals I think is it, but
I don't even play in it.
Yeah, so it doesn't matter, yeah. But so is Korea still in your future then, going back?
Yeah, I don't want to leave ever, I think.
Awesome.
It's much more fun than any other country. Like, by far, there's nothing to do in Europe or America in comparison.
That's awesome, man. I'm glad you like it there. Some players get to go there and get kind of burned out, and
I don't think they get burned out.
No?
I think I've experienced what they have to, which is isolation. When there is no one you can really have a conversation with, more than
2 or 3 people.
Really, you have to explain it so simply that, well, it's not really a conversation, it's more just showing and explaining. It kind of sucks, and I understand everyone who has gone home, well, most of them at least. But I think if you leave Korea, you give up a lot of good practice, and that will be stupid, obviously. But, for example, Show, I don't know why he went back. I think he just didn't like it, but he was here for like a week or something.
Really?
And then Thorstein, he has said he likes Sweden more. Going home for such stupid reasons, that doesn't make sense to me, but
Well, you have to be comfortable with your surroundings too, or you won't play your best.
Sure, but if you don't make any sacrifices, then you can't really reach anywhere.
It's good
It's
advice.
something every gamer should know, but apparently they don't.
Well, then you can keep reaping the benefits of being one of the only ones who can keep winning these tournaments.
Yeah, I understand Sase, why he likes Korea so much now.
Cool. I'm glad that you like it. All right. Well, that's pretty much all we've got. I could ask about Heart of the Swarm. Are you excited for Heart of the Swarm at all?
I think they should have waited for about a year with Heart of the Swarm. The game is still so unexplored. I think every day, well, every week in Korea, like the trends change from what the Zergs do, what the Terrans do, what the Protoss do. So it always feels like there's something new to learn, and it will be stupid to have to learn everything again.
It's gonna happen.
Right, like it will be exactly like when StarCraft 2 came out.
Yep, it's gonna be the
Not
new
much we can do, I guess.
competitive standard next year. So you'll have to play in the beta, I'm sure.
Yeah, that's really stupid. I think it will fuck up a lot of tournaments for sure, with patching and such. So I'm not really looking forward to that, but. Maybe it will make the game better. The Frozen Throne in Warcraft made the game a lot better. Brood War made it better in StarCraft, so history suggests it should make it better.
You'll give it a chance.
Yeah, of course. I hope to make some nice Protoss units.
Yeah. All right. Well, obviously, great job in the Global Invitational. Best of luck in the actual tournament here, the National Championship in Providence, and DreamHack, of course, coming up as well. Is there anyone you'd like to thank? Fans, friends, sponsors, anything like that?
Thanks to my team. Oh my god. Yeah, thanks to my team. Thanks to MLG for flying me here, I guess. Thanks to all my fans who still support me.
I think you may have some new fans even today.
Even though I'm very sad about the GSL.
Yeah.
But in the future I'll keep trying, so we'll see.
All right. Well, thank you very much for the interview. Best of luck in all your tournaments. We'll talk to you soon.
Thank you.
Bye.